Salutations everybody, it is Matty here today with my impressions on Wolfenstein 2. As I said in yesterday's video, I had a chance to attend an event to play Wolfenstein 2 for a couple of hours. If you want to see over an hour of raw gameplay for Wolfenstein 2, 60 FPS max settings, then check out the link in the description down below to my previous video. Anyway, let's get the discussion started. So I have to say that this was a really strong start for the demo. I got to play 2 levels, and in the first level, I really loved the tone that was set. They managed to make BJ Blazkowicz this Nazi-killing badass even when he was recovering from serious injuries at the end of the first game. I won't spoil what for those who haven't played the game, but still, being in the wheelchair at the start was truly different, especially for what was established in the first game where you're running around, murdering everything. It's really a high-paced action game. I expected it to kind of blow out the gates in that sort of fashion, and they still managed to do that in a very interesting way, but it changed up the movement mechanics, it changed up how you traverse the levels, it changed up a lot of set pieces, and it became a really interesting mechanic to start off the game and engage me in an area I actually didn't expect. So I have to say that not only from a narrative point was this engaging from the beginning, but also a gameplay perspective. Now narratively, once again, if you saw the gameplay I posted, the big example that I'm going to be referring to is such as the execution part where the gameplay cuts off at the end. Sadly, I was so upset. I want to know who was getting their head chopped off, but also the emotion that was established yet again between Anya and BJ. So it seems like they're really relying on their characters in this game. You'll see that a lot in this game, that it's really humanizing the whole American Nazi war that's happening. And the devs did claim that they're going to be having a bigger focus on the story with Wolfenstein 2, and I thought there was a pretty good focus on the story in Wolfenstein 1. That was a fantastic surprise, and now with Wolfenstein 2, it actually does seem to be the case based off not only the first mission, but the opening of the second mission I played. I do have to say that the atmosphere and aesthetic, I can't believe it said that I was in Roswell, New Mexico. It just did not feel like that at all, and they managed to really transform this entire location into something that you could not ever dream up. But it wasn't just things that we saw in the cutscenes that were a part of the main story, it was also seeing those interactions between characters on the streets that really brought the area to life, that made me feel like I was there, living in this era. And I think that's a real testament to the acting that was in this game. It really wasn't until a second time around when I was editing the gameplay that I looked at it and thought, you know, wow, this is a really well acted game, not just from the big star perspective, but the little characters, the minor interactions you have are really well done, and once again, they flush out the universe we're in. As for the gameplay side of things, exactly what you'd expect, fast-paced, heavy gameplay, sprinting around, stabbing Nazis, then shooting one's head off, really gory, seeing body parts fly off, tons of enemy archetypes. Really, the question that came up was it more of the same? But it's one of those situations where if it's not broken, don't fix it, correct? And so that's how I kind of felt with it, where yeah, I would have liked to see maybe some more mechanics, but I saw little tweaks in the gameplay, such as, for example, if a dog pulled at my leg and knocked me down, BJ would actually be laying on his back and you'd be able to shoot, flip over, and you could feel that actual movement through the animations. And that's something that they really nailed, was movement in this game. Not only sprinting from enemy to enemy and traversing the environment, but also, like I said, when you're on your back, you're rolling over, you can feel that weight transfer. Or when an enemy actually knocks you back, you can feel that weight. And the animations in this game really sell it. They do a lot of little minor details that really bring you into the experience even more. But yeah, you still have your perks that you unlock by doing different things based off the way you play the game. You have weapon customization, and just like the previous Wolfenstein, when you enter a room, you're gonna try to stealth it as best as you can. If you fail, that's it, we're going guns blazing, we're gonna blow shit up. And I am a little bit afraid that might become a smidge repetitive, because this game does rely on the whole commander mechanic of stealthing around until you take out the commander, because he can keep calling in reinforcements. So the goal is always, all right, let's remove this commander first, because he'll just make my life a pain in the ass if I don't get to him first. And every room I entered, it was always telling me, go for the commander, go for the commander. So hopefully they continue to add new enemy archetypes so that I don't feel like it's the same thing in each room I enter. But one thing that was really different was the strange sense of humor the game had that I didn't really expect. You see it a lot with the character interactions, mainly when you meet members of the Resistance, but there's also this grim sense of humor, like watching the main villain get genuinely happy, like a little child almost, at the thought of killing one of the members of the resistance. But some of the people you meet are just off their rocker entirely. It's strange how they're really helping you out, but like I said, it was funny. Once again, it was humanizing. It really brought the experience to life through those little ambient interactions, through the characters. And so at the end of the day, between the gameplay, what I saw from the story, I really left this demo feeling truly confident that this will be a great game. It seems like Machine Games really has a grip on what made the first Wolfenstein special, and they're planning on just carrying it that extra step forward. What I really want to see more evolutions in is the gameplay, but if it's more of the same, then I'm not really going to complain because the Wolfenstein 1 gameplay was really good. Time shall tell, but those are my impressions on what I played for Wolfenstein 2. What did you guys think of the gameplay? I linked in the description down below and what you've seen in this video here. Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Those links are in the description down below, along with my Patreon. Do consider supporting that as it fuels all the content we create here. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.